We're all patriots here today.
That's right.
We're all nationalists.
That's right.
Canadian nationalists.
That's right.
Alberta strong. Alberta strong.
We're the silent majority today.
That's right.
And I'm going to request one
Not
thing
just the
before we
silenced,
get further
we're the
into it.
silenced majority.
Let's sing our anthem.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
The right word. The right word. The real.
Oh, Canada, home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free, from far and wide. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for
Alberta strong, you guys. We're Alberta strong.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, my name's Tim Melnichuk. I'm with Alberta Liberty, and I hear a lot of talk about referendum voting here on issues like this. And I just like to say, you know, we vote once every 4 years, and we don't have any checks and balances in our voting system. What we get is what we get. And
No choice.
as people can see through the decades, it's like this. It's up and down. It's up and down. If we all stood together and asked or demanded for referendum and initiative voting reform in Alberta and Canada, we wouldn't be in situations like we are today, because it would have to go to a vote to the people.
To the real people.
So please, everybody, please think about this, research it. You know, we live in a monarchy, and you know, we're beholden to the Queen and everything else. But, you know, our voting reform is a sham.
Yes, it is.
And the way we vote today is politicians are not being held accountable for their actions.
That's right.
We need referendum and initiative and recall voting reform in Canada. And we needed it yesterday.
Yes.
Hold our politicians accountable.
That's right.
You know, let's work towards a true democracy here and not just a sham.
That's right.
So, thank you very much, folks.
Great message, buddy. Great point. Good message. Recall referendum.
That's right.
And I'll give you a little tidbit of information. In Switzerland,
Yeah, that's right.
they had referendum on immigration.
That's right.
And we should be having it here.
That's right.
And I'll give you here's a good slogan. Integration, not immigration.
That's right. That's right.
Integration, not immigration.
That's right.
Don't get fooled.
Hey, how about we have unity instead of diversity?
Yeah, unity of Canadians should be our greatest strength.
That's right.
Unity of Canadians. Extreme diversity is our undoing.
That's right.
We know it.
The immigration we have here is a replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I prepared a factual presentation today, because I think we need to stick to the facts. We need to know the history of Canada to understand why we're here today.
That's right.
I'm going to go through these facts right now. But I want to say right now, these yellow vests We're in unity with our French patriots.
That's right. That's right.
We're in unity with patriots across the world today.
That's right.
These yellow vests, they're symbols of the danger in our society.
That's right.
The danger lurking if we don't speak up. That's why I'm wearing this today, because I know the danger and you guys know it.
That's right.
And she knows it too.
And I want to add one thing. We're in Sir Winston Churchill Square.
That's right.
And I feel that's so fitting because Sir Winston, he coined the phrase that the fascists of the future will be the anti-fascists.
That's right.
And we can see that in our society.
That's right.
Just remember that. But we all remember 2015, Justin Trudeau giving his interview. He called Canada a post-national state. And then he went on to say, I don't know what our identity is. There is no mainstream culture. There's no Canadian heritage. Remember that.
That's what happens when babies are conceived under the influence of
I'll tell you, I'm gonna link back to that. Remember what I said there. But I have to be fair here. No matter how much I despise Trudeau's ideology, the way he conducts himself, I have to respect on that level. At least he's honest about his globalist agenda of destroying our country.
That's right.
That's a good thing. Remember that. It'd be worse if he was deceptive and hiding. But he's fully exposed on what he wants to do to our country we love. So that's a good thing, everyone. But this is about his ideology, this globalist ideology which is taking over our country. We need to look at the historical facts. Please, 1971 it started, the decline under Pierre Trudeau.
That's right.
The super majority of Canadians believe Canada to be a bicultural society at that time. But in 1971, he declared us multicultural society. And that's when our decline started. He also did something significant in 1974, and we don't have time to get into it. He shifted the public lending right of the Bank of Canada to the central banksters. They print our money and charge interest. Since 1974, there's been over 800% increase in the money supply. That is inflation.
Yeah.
We can't get into that today, but that's a huge issue we got to deal with. Since 1973, consumer purchasing power has increased by over 400%. It means your dollar is so much less value compared to what happened before he shifted the public lending right. So get informed on that issue. Yeah, another thing, we got to shift. Mulroney, Pierre Trudeau started mass immigration at that time. But he wasn't stupid to do during recessions. We needed to elect Brian Mulroney, who did that. He actually did successive mass immigration since the 1990s.
That's right.
250,000, regardless of a recession.
But they had rules.
Mulroney also legislated the
Hey, check out the clock.
Let's go! Trudeau must 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 go!
I got it. Test it. We're back.
We're good.
I thought maybe they were censoring us again. But please listen to the facts. This is important. The Employment Equity Act, 1986. This brought in affirmative action. So what they're doing is hiring visible ethnic minorities, new immigrants, refugees over Euro-Canadians.
That's right.
That's happening.
Right. That's right, yeah.
1988, the Canadian Multiculturalism Act. That legislated the federal government to promote and enhance foreign cultures in Canada.
Yeah.
Under Mulroney. Terrible, terrible, everyone.
Yeah.
Let's look at the big picture. And the worst thing Mulroney did, 1992, he signed Canada under Agenda 21.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's right.
Agenda 21. Can you believe it? And that's at the pinnacle of this global world order. It's at the municipal level. The city of Edmonton supports Agenda 21. They're signed on to Agenda 2030. So if we shift forward, if we look at Stephen Harper, here's some facts that'll blow your mind. He had historic mass immigration. The historic levels from 190 different countries. Two of the top countries were the Islamic Republic of Iran and Pakistan. And I'll tell you, one of the worst things under Harper, I'm not going to go into it. In September 2015, he signed Canada under Agenda 2030. And that's the fact. Go look it up.
All true.
This globalism is not only the Liberals or Trudeau. Those are the facts.
That's right.
We can own it or we can ignore it, but those are the facts.
Well said, Steve.
And then what do we have now? Justin Trudeau is just about to sign the UN Migration Pact. And guess what? The UN envoy for the UN Migration Pact is a Canadian. Louise Arbour, former Supreme Court Justice, is leading the way on the UN Migration Pact. That is a fact, and that's why Trudeau will, if Trudeau doesn't sign it, that would be complete admission of failure of his globalist ideology.
Here's a failure.
Soros won't let him fail.
The UN Migration Pact, I've done 2 videos on it, I've read it, and I'm sure everyone else has here. But the bottom line, everyone, it's complete erosion of Canadian sovereignty. Our migration, regular, irregular, legal, illegal, alien, whatever you want to call it, will be dictated by the UN international elites.
That's right.
Second, you need to know.
He has to go.
Yeah, he has to go.
It's replacing Canadian citizenry with global citizenry. I'm telling you, got to know the facts. And this is a fact, and I'll tell you why. In that pact, and it's already going on, regardless of this pact,
Yes, it is.
migrants coming into Canada, regular, irregular, legal, illegal, alien, regular, alien, regular, whatever you want to call them.
He does it without asking.
They get access to our health care.
He does it all.
They get access to our legal systems.
Absolutely.
They get access to our social services as a right. they get access to our educational institutions as well. This is displacing Canadian citizens. 100%. And this is called global citizen. And this is what the global world order and the corrupt, immoral UN is all about. They want to have a single currency. They want a single passport. They want a single government dictating over us Canadians. That is what's coming.
Wake up, Canada! Wake up, Canada!
This is scary, everyone. This global world order is the ultimate form of tyranny.
And he'll do it without our permission. He'll do it underground.
Another thing you need to know, in that agreement, I could not believe it. And I only caught it on the second time of reading it. They want to censor electoral campaigns and the media for anyone deemed intolerant, xenophobic, discriminatory, unbelievable. That is unbelievable, everyone. And that's what's happening. We just did an event in Red Deer, and it was an open event. We had lots of speakers, and we had my good friend here, Win Nay from Burma, and he made just an honest, truthful statement about what's going on in Burma, where the Rohingya Muslims, and he was talking about the radical Islamics, and he said they're not human. When they're cutting off heads, when they're raping women, children,
They're coming here.
they're marrying children, they're gang raping, they're killing infidels. He said that is not human.
Trudeau's bringing them here.
We posted the video on our website, on Facebook, and it was taken down by Facebook.
I get swamped every week.
I was given a 3-day ban.
Oh, no.
I was off for 3 days because I posted the truth. And I know lots of people have been in Facebook jail, but that is what's coming. I'm a political leader and I was banned. So you see, this is coming. This is coming. We were in global news and they attacked us for putting up that video. How dare us for standing up for freedom of speech? How dare us? But this censorship is coming. But mistake not, this UN Migration Pact is non-legal binding.
They'll do it anyway.
It's non-legal binding, but the danger here is it gives more justification to the federal government to do what they're doing. I understand that. This is just another layer of justification. This is already going on. Look at the legal migrants coming in and the money they're getting. Right? We know that.
What about the ones living here already?
Yes. Look at the mass immigration. Look at the mass immigration coming into our country. We don't get a say on the mass immigration. We don't get a say. And I'll tell you this. Listen to this. This is what's going on. I'll be very honest. And I got to credit Le Pen, that great nationalist leader from France.
We are not alone.
She coined something similar, but I'll put it in our terms. Sustained mass immigration like we have in Canada is the rapid, radical, organized replacement of Canada's traditional population. That is what's happening through the UN, through the global world order, through these globalists in Ottawa. We are being replaced, the founders and creators of Canada. I'm telling you, we're under siege.
Yes, we are.
I'll give you an example.
Stop it now. Stop it.
In 1960, Euro-Canadians were 97% of our total population. That number is plummeting.
Those are the 15th class citizens now.
Yes. In 1981, visible ethnic minorities, and we love our visible ethnic minorities.
Love you,
This
Will.
guy is integrated.
Love you, man.
We're not against immigrants, but we want to protect our country. They were 4.7%. 2011, it jumped to 16%. 2016, over 22%. Projection 2036, Statistics Canada, 34.4%. If this continues, the mass immigration, 2,100 Euro-Canadians will be less than 20%. Visible ethnic minorities will be over 80%. And we'll be completely transformed. And guess what's coming?
Sharia law. That's what he wants to impose.
You know what's coming? Post-national state. Post-national state. UN like globalist village. That's where we're headed. The founders of Canada, these incredible pioneers and settlers, are going to be pushed into a minority. And that's wrong, everyone. That is wrong.
That's right.
That is wrong. Please understand that. That's what we're fighting against. You need to understand, when Pierre Trudeau came out and declared us a multicultural society, we weren't multicultural at that time. That was what he wanted. It was dictated to us. Remember that. And when Justin Trudeau said post-national state, we're not a post-national state, but that's what they want. So we got to fight it. That's what they want. They want a post-national state. And I thought of this analogy I want to share. Mass immigration. Okay, if you look at vehicle, Canada is a vehicle. The engine, this is what's going on right now. The globalists are the engine of that vehicle. Mass immigration is the driver of what's going on. In the back seat is the illegal migrants. And guess what the fuel is of this? Anyone know what the fuel is?
Our taxes.
No, it's connected. You know what the fuel is? And who's allowing this? The Canadian electorate is allowing this. They're allowing, that's the fuel. It's based on manipulation, indoctrination, and now censorship of the truth. That's what's going on. And this mass immigration is the main vehicle of this UN agenda, this globalist agenda. We have to stop the mass immigration, or we will be rapidly transformed. It's happening. Look at the demographics. It's a fact, everyone. And this isn't just some fun rally. This is about our survival.
That's right.
As a people, as Canadians. I love Canada. And I know everyone does here. But we're at risk.
That's right.
If this continues. And you can see the discrimination against Euro-Canadians. They're called racist. They're pushed down. Even my friend Wynn, if he speaks up, he's a patriot. He's kicked down.
How about our First Nations?
Yes, our First Nations. We love our First Nations.
That's right.
And I'll tell you. Great point, sir. Thank you. We love our First Nations.
Right.
You know, and I'm sad inside because they're a very small minority right now. And they're at severe risk.
Big time.
They're at big risk. I'm telling you, because they're so small. And some of these groups coming in, they are ruthless. They are ruthless, and my friend Wynn knows all about it. And I worry for our First Nations, but I love our First Nations, and we will always have your back.
That's right.
100%, right?
That's right.
First Nations, they were with us in pre-Confederation. We didn't always get along. But you are our brothers and sisters in this country.
That's right.
You are part of our heritage.
That's right.
You're part of our identity. You're part of our culture. You're part of our values. We have to work together. 100%.
Go Rupertland!
Unity.
So what I'm proposing here, what we need, because what they want, what these globalists want is what Trudeau said. And we have to thank him for being so honest, at least in that one instance. We want a national state based on democracy, based on freedom, based on the right to assemble.
That's right.
Free speech, fair elections.
That's right.
Right?
It's only fair.
Yes, that's what we want. We want a national state of Canadians. That's what we want. We don't want a post-national state. We want a national state, and there's nothing wrong with national. Because we are Canadians and we are united as Canadians. That's who we are. We don't want a post-national. We want national state.
That's right.
And that's a good thing.
Yes, it is.
It is a good thing. Because this is our country, our home. We are losing our homeland every single day. That's the truth. Look at the numbers. It's happening every day. That mass immigration needs to end, and that's what NCA, and when we say National Citizens Alliance, that means national state. That also means national unity of all Canadians.
That's right.
Right?
Right.
That's the antithesis of what they want. They want to kick us down. They want to demoralize us. They want to erode our sovereignty. They want to censor us.
Shut down the oil to make us weak.
Exactly. This is what's going on, everyone. I hope it's helping. I'm sure everyone understands a lot of these issues. But we want a national state of our country with our Aboriginal people, with our Francophones, with our Anglophones. And we want integration, not immigration.
That's right.